I'm back here with Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Gerald, what can you say to us?
Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Our chosen paths.
Our chosen path sounds very dramatic and story important, doesn't it? Perhaps we'll be able to, and very Edelgardish.
Has captured Fort Mercius.
So perhaps we'll be having a discussion with her before long.
Stable Western Kingdom and former Alliance territory, the Kingdom Army returns to Garreg Mach to regroup and organize its forces.
But also to question that individual who apparently served House Clayman, whatever.
The Kingdom Army finalizes their plans to march on Enbar, the Imperial capital.
That also, we're doing a lot of things back at the monastery. Who was climbing out of the ocean in the background there? That was unsafe. So today is what I suppose will be our final monastery episode of the playthrough. Oh, how we'll miss walking around and talking to random people who we really have no business speaking to. But first we gotta have a chat. Now that we're back at the monastery, what's going on? Give us the sit rep.
Ah, there you are. His Highness was looking for you.
Was this? I'm sorry, did that just say daytime? I swear it just said... Hang on. I know I could just look back on the footage later, but I want to know right now. I'm sorry, Cathedral daytime? Pardon me? Does this look like daytime to you? Where is he?
He's gone ahead and started interrogating the prisoner. Viscount Kleiman's man.
Kleiman, right.
He said he'd like for you and I to be present as well.
Very well.
Come with me.
Sure. I don't know why he waited till midnight to do it. How could you say daytime?
Are you really so keen to lose your head?
I only did what I believed was right. I swear to the goddess that I'm not lying. Amidst the turmoil of the tragedy, Lady Patricia was supposed to be the only one who was unharmed.
Now, it's entirely possible that they've just made this up as a story that they've all been told, but this isn't like the second or third account of this we've heard.
We had been given orders ahead of time to not approach her carriage.
Was Patricia an accomplice?
Of course not. What would my stepmother have had to gain from such a...
Perhaps Lady Patricia would have done anything to return to the Empire, to her husband and daughter.
Well, that's what more or less verbatim what Cornelia said. And Rodrigue implied it to you earlier, though you were unwilling to recognize it at first.
What exactly are you implying?
For the past few months, I've been spying on lords who defected to the Empire in order to investigate rumors about Lady Patricia.
Wait, what? How would a kingdom lord defecting to the Empire know anything about the tragedy of Tusker?
Cornelia's words were true. The two of them, I am afraid they conspired together after all.
Well, once again, that's just what people have been saying, but I guess if it's that many accounts, you gotta assume that much at least at some point.
Enough of this nonsense. You say she wished to return home? That isn't nearly enough reason to cause such a tragedy.
I do not intend to imply that the two of them were solely responsible for the whole affair.
Sorry, two of who? Oh, Cornelia and them. Right, okay.
They were likely nobles who opposed the king, or potentially someone who wanted to throw the kingdom.
Maybe more of that second one.
The Empire, and people like Solon and Kranya had their motives too.
So my stepmother joined with them to cause the tragedy. Is that what you believe?
Well, I don't know that the Empire would, like, any high-profile noble in the Empire would, like, admit to doing that, because that would be a conspiracy of colossal proportions, but Solon and Kranya, sure, and some people in the Empire, some shadier people, perhaps.
Ultimately, this is just conjecture based on the evidence at hand. I have no idea what their true intentions were.
I see. We will hear what this man has to say.
Oh, he's a little frazzled.
Now.
My lord had long felt that King Lambert's radical ways were dangerous. At the time, he was approached with an offer to take part in the incident at dusk.
Radical ways?
My lord loves his homeland. To me, he embodied justice. We were only doing what we thought was right.
And so, in the name of justice, he caused massacre upon massacre out of love for his homeland. You murdered your own king, killed soldiers, and involved innocent citizens. And yet you have the gall to speak of justice!
I am only standing before you now, because I could no longer bear the weight of my sins.
Did you share those feelings about your homeland, or do you regret your actions? Share those feelings about your homeland as in the feelings Clayman had? I guess that's a slightly more interesting question. Do you regret your actions? I mean, of course, they just said they could no longer bear the weight of their sins. Did you share those feelings about your homeland?
Yes, I believe I do.
Gilbert.
Alright, that wasn't it.
Are you not Going to kill him?
I will make that decision once I have had time to consider this man's definition of justice.
Probably the right thing to
Yes,
do,
Your Highness.
rather than just going lopping off heads. And hey, that shows growth with you! Hey, at least it probably said it was the evening this time. How you doing, Dimitri? Are you okay?
No, I cannot say that I am.
Sorry, stupid question. Would you like a hug? Better question.
Tell me, Professor, how well do you remember your father, Gerald?
Now? Not very well.
I figured as much. Even the memory of those who pass away is taken from those they left behind. Little by little, year by year.
And I was never the memory-taken sort, as a young merc.
To be honest, I cannot really remember my stepmother's... that woman's smile, nor the sound of her voice. I always told myself that I would not allow my mind to forget, and yet, all I can recall with clarity is her gazing away, so forlorn. Did my stepmother wish to go home so badly that she would kill Father and me? Kill her false family? Home, to her own blood. Her true family.
Well, there was also the angle of... Well, I guess we don't know about what happened to Edelgard, right? I don't have those answers.
I suppose it doesn't make any difference now. I am asking you questions you could not possibly know the answer to.
Right, hence me not having them.
I am finished with thoughts like that. I am finally able to go on living without clinging to hate. If I truly treasure those who have died, then I must earnestly atone for my sins. Father, Glenn, all of the soldiers who have fallen, the people of Dusker who still suffer persecution. The only atonement I can offer them now is to take responsibility for this broken kingdom that has been entrusted to me.
Yeah, well, there you are. There are still a lot of people who need your help. That you're only going to be able to help them if you thrust yourself into it, not holding yourself back. Take responsibility for the kingdom.
That is why I feel that I must meet with Edelgard and try to talk to her.
Yeah, I think we agreed on that last month, though, right? When Ash suggested it, you were like, that's a good idea.
Do you think it is a fool's errand?
No.
Honestly, I think so too.
No, we disagree on that. I think it's a great idea.
I must swallow my feelings and grudges, our whole history really, and ask her about this future that she sees.
Leader to leader at this point, as if not brother to sister.
What she aims for once her domination is complete. What kind of justice she clings to as she fights. And why she felt it necessary to start this war. I believe that asking her these things is the true responsibility I have been tasked with as king.
Plus all the paperwork and junk, but that's a good start, yeah. Talking to Edelgard. How will you accomplish that?
We will march our troops to the Imperial capital.
Oh, good.
But before any battle begins, we will set up camp nearby and send a messenger. I will tell her that I need to speak with her in a safe place, without any weapons or troops. As to whether or not she will agree to my request, well, that rests solely on Edelgard.
I mean, if she doesn't agree to that, you could always say we can meet, like, face-to-face with a few armed guards. Like, you don't have to tell her to come alone. That seems especially sketchy. I'm certain she'll agree. Knowing her.
I would like to believe that as well. You know, Professor, when we fought in Ferdiad, Cornelia mocked me and called me pitiful.
I remember that. I thought that was a little much, considering she was, like, basically split in two at that point from Mercy's Axon.
But even if it is true that my stepmother never loved me, I am not to be pitied.
No?
After all, I have allies and dear friends who care for me.
True.
And now, I also have you by my side.
Yeah, well, I'm not much help, so I don't know that you should count that among separate than your allies and dear friends. But I appreciate the sentiment. Nice. Awesome. That was a good set of conversations we've had. I like that he says he's going to consider the definition of justice that prisoner had. That he neither was just like, all right, kill him, nor was he just like, whatever, let him go. It shows growth that he's not trying to put it all black and white anymore. Your silver bow should be fixed. And what the hell am I doing this all for now when this is the monastery episode, not the mini-sode? Oh, did we get a dark seal from beating up the Death Knight? I don't think we did. By the way, where's that like half-used elixir? Let's get that out of there and replace it with a fresh one. We do not have a fresh one. Let us sell the other ones and get a fresh one. Oh, and it's extra large bullion. Hell yeah. Apparently I didn't sell these either. Cool. All right, we can only get the elixirs from Anna, so we gotta wait till we're back home, in home for that. At home, whatever. when we're actually there, here, as we are. Do that first before I forget. Ah, sorry, I didn't check. How many monastery days do we get here? Yes, we get 4. Okay, so we'll be able to plant one more thing down here. And I suppose I'll cook that deified fish legendary meal thing today as well. We're on the path to recovery, are we?
While on some business, I went to see how the kingdom capital is getting on. There are still some things to work out before it can be restored. But generally,
Some
things
things.
seem to have calmed down. It's on its way to resuming its old energy.
Well, that's good, because we're probably going to win this. I mean, it would be pretty awkward if we... Well, even if we lose, they're probably... The Empire's still probably over at this point. Even if the Blue Lion Squad particularly lose. They'll just have a hard time taking down Edelgard, probably.
I think this will end up being a better kingdom than before. I really believe that.
Hey, well, that's nice. It could be, possibly. We just gotta make sure we put in the work. Damn it, I should have made stuff with the blacksmith before picking up the thing beside the blacksmith thing. Hey, man, I'm not gonna bother buying the fish bait because I'm definitely not gonna use it. Anyone who's got an open slot, I'm just gonna fill with elixirs so we have them on hand in any mission. Well, since we can't buy them unless we're actually at the monastery, let's just buy like 5 here. Doubt we're gonna need that many, but that works. Thank you. I just want to hear him say it.
Hello!
Hello!
Tell your friends!
Tell your friends! The best. Hey, Gatekeeper! What's cracking?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Good.
Momentum's really picking up for this final battle, huh?
Yeah.
Even I'm starting to feel tense. Me!
Oh, wow.
Enbar's history goes back 1,400 years. That even predates the founding of the Empire. It's one of the sacred sites of the Seros faith, so it's a pretty big deal. But hey,
Yeah.
no need to worry about the monastery while you're fighting the final battle. I've got it covered. I'll defend it to my last.
No, I wasn't worried anyway, because that's entirely kingdom-controlled territory, but you bet I'll not worry. You go, Gatekeeper. That's the last nothing to report you're gonna give me. Let me just have one more for the road.
Greetings, Professor. Not to report.
Thank you. I haven't really gone as far as this gate here. I wonder what is on the outside of it. Okay, it's just a staircase down. Got it. This is the sort of the front of the Garrick Monastery part, specifically, I guess. God, I never really think about how impressive this entrance hall looks from out here, but it looks really cool. Oh, what's with all these red flags here? Where's our blue lion stuff? Well, I guess it makes sense that since the Church of Seros has a big hold in, or at least used to have a big hold in the Empire, that there would be red flags. Anyways, let's get talking to our people. This is what this day is about. Wait. What was I doing? Why did I not repair? No. Sorry, I was just buying the elixirs. The elixirs are fine now. It's good. I should get to the greenhouse, though, before I do much more. Hey there, boy!
Let me see. I wonder what the Emperor... I bet she's really scary.
Imposing is the word I would use.
Oh, you don't think so? I've never seen her, so I was just guessing. She tried to destroy the kingdom and the Alliance, and order the capture of the Archbishop, right?
Those are all 3 things that she did do.
I don't know. Someone who could do such terrible things just has to be really scary looking.
Nah. We're all on our own path, kiddo. We're all on our own path. I have questions about what's going on, particularly here. Hello! I'd like some ambrosia, please. Yeah. God, if only I'd been doing this way earlier. Annette would have just been unstoppable. Unflappable, even. In the face of danger. And now she is moderately flappable. I mean, she's still tanking pretty hard. Let's buy some smithing stones for the road. And then... Where the hell are the seeds that I want to buy there at the southern merchant? Give me those seeds, won't you please? And this is the last time we're going to be planting. I mean, I guess we could plant the next time, but there is not much reason. Last time spreading Pegasus blessings before war's over. A lot of last times today. This is episode 71. This is a huge series. This is a momentous occasion, all right? This is the last time I'm spreading Pegasus dung in the whole playthrough. I'm allowed to be excited. Where are we going? Let's go make some food. Why don't we? Yes, so deified fish. Let's do this one first because it's better. And it's the best one we're gonna do. So this, and then next time we'll do more Sacred Beast roast for a bit more strength and health. We're gonna do some fun food to do. You say that every single time. It has never once been right. You are the guy who knows the things. Oh my god, look at all the stats. What to do with the stats covering my face? Oh, I just see the temporary +1 of ducks. He's looking at me like sideways, just like, Professor, is there a reason you're speaking muffled? Like, this is really weird. You're creeping me out. Please stop. Sorry to do. I'm just so excited. Oh, the cabbage and herring stew. Sure, why not? Flame and Manuela are the two who are currently okay with the today's special, so let's do it. I've heard you say that before. I've heard you say that before too, so I don't know why I'm actually standing here listening to this. I should be skipping through. I guess I'm just savoring it. Our last meals together. Well, not our last meals together during war. Let's give someone something they really don't like, just for some random and fun dialogue. Why don't we? Annie and Mercy. I don't think I've ever heard your neutral dialogues, or if I have, I can't remember. Oh no, they're just gonna have their together dialogue for this. Actually, so that was a stupid idea.
Sitting around, I know.
Never mind. Sorry. Whatever. Crayfish. And I don't know why I'm saving up food anyways, because since this is the last month, we don't really need to hold on to too much of it. Actually, we still got a supply quest, don't we? Which needs Verona. Do we have any of that at this point before I accidentally eat it? We don't, so I have no reason on holding back really with anything. Felix and Ingrid, why don't you eat some pickled rabbit skewers? Hunks of rabbit meat are pickled in bacchus, skewered and roasted over an open flame to create this flavorful dish. Sounds most delightful. God, it looks pretty good too. It doesn't really look like a skewer. They said it was a skewer, right?
But nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
That, I think that maybe their definitions of skewer and mine do not align. And Sylvain and Ash, why don't you two, the two healers, have some fish and bean soup together? Look at you two. Man, that soup looks dang good, actually. And Dimitri likes the texture, at least, of sweet stuff. And why don't you eat with the do? That'll be good fun.
Never thought I would be able to enjoy a meal with my friends again.
Aw, but you will.
To blame.
Good. Hi.
Next mission, you won't be able to have a proper meal for a while, right?
Chances are no.
You should eat up while you can. Build up your physical strength to prepare for the mission.
Don't you worry, I just put away like 2 soups, a whole bunch of skewers, and what was that last thing we had together? Cigarette and cream. Right, thanks. Thanks for the invitation, but I'm putting them away, don't you worry. Annie and Mercy, how are you two?
We'll be heading for the capital soon. So much rests on this moment. Will the war really be over if we take the capital?
It might not end right away.
You're probably right. But we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
I truly believe that a peaceful future is waiting at the end of all of this.
Mm-hmm. You know, it occurs to me, actually, that there aren't as many dialogues in the latter half of the game where it's two of your friends talking to each other, because they could all potentially die, right? So even though these two are standing together, they don't have a joint dialogue like they often do in the pre-time skip times, because that would the game would need to know that they're both alive. Interesting. Never considered that before. Hey, Annie?
I hope this is the final battle. Don't you, Professor?
Obviously. I'm so damn tired.
Everyone will be busy with their own lives.
Did you see how long I spent on 2 health last mission? God, it really takes it out of you.
But let's all meet up again someday. Right here at Garreg Mach.
Sure, or we can all go palling around the country on Sylvain and Ingrid's little food tour.
You, His Highness, my father, our monastery friends, the knights, everyone.
Alright, well that might be a little hard to organize, but we should try. I wonder if that's possible. That's a great idea.
It was just a silly whim I had, but I really love it.
I mean, hey, it was you who suggested it. Or no, wait, maybe it was Dimitri who suggested it. That we do it prior to the war breaking out, and we managed that one, so
Oh, and I'll
who
make
says we
a
can't
bunch
do
of
it twice?
desserts for it. Reunion sweets.
Hell yes!
All we
I want
have to do
reunion
now is
sweets.
win. Let's get to it, Professor.
I'm winning for the sweets and for nothing else. Who's down here? Ash! Hanging out by the bush. What's going on?
Returning to the monastery brings back so many memories from 5 years ago. Hard to believe we only spent a year together here.
Pretty hard to believe, yeah.
So much happened that it felt a lot longer than that. But it was all so exciting and so much fun.
You know, I didn't relish in some of the parts, but sure, it was a lot of exciting stuff. You're not wrong.
Honestly, I think those memories are what's kept me fighting this long. What was that year like for you, Professor?
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
I don't think I could ask for a better answer.
Good,
Let's
'cause
all
there
do
was
our
one
best
more
to
and I didn't
survive
pick it.
this, so we can come back here when it's all over.
Yeah,
I know
hell yeah.
That's what I'll be doing.
I'm certainly gonna try.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to say hi to people when they randomly say hi to me on the street anymore, also, in this game at least. But I won't miss people saying that. Just, what are you thinking about, huh? My face gave you that much to think about? Freaking punk. I'm happy I'm leaving this place behind. Well, I guess I don't know if I'll be leaving this place behind. Who knows what I'll be after this. Hey, Ingrid.
I'm so glad you were assigned to the Blue Lion House, Professor.
Oh, yeah, it was, a funny twist of fate, that.
We made it this far, thanks to your guidance and leadership. There's a bitter fight ahead. That much is certain. You have my lance.
Why, thank you. You should keep your lance, though. Don't give it to me. That's funny. I never thought about that. I guess no one else ever knows that you were the one who picked the class, because that's all administrative. We're counting on you.
Yes. Let's do this together.
Hell yeah. Is this your perfume?
No.
God, are you afraid of lightning? Introduction to Matt? Guess I'm just gonna be carrying this with me till I die. It's possible they belong to someone who is no longer in our party. I can't remember who those are. Whose those are, to be blunt. Hey.
Did you know?
A magnificent canal flows through downtown Enbar.
I did not know.
It's said to have been constructed under the guidance of Saint Seros before the Empire was even formed.
Wow, that's, did not know she was much of an architect. Excuse me, we're talking about architecture. Well, is it architecture exactly? I don't know. I can't think of anything with this one swinging their arms wildly and passive-aggressively. Like, are you trying to tell me something? Look, I get it. This is not the most interesting discussion we could be having, but do you really have to— Oh, you changed direction. Oh, good. Well, that fixes everything.
Ever since, that canal has been a major lifeline for the capital's development. And now this is how the Empire repays it. Truly, no good deed goes unpunished.
There's a lot of Empire hatred around here. I get why, I guess, but if we could all try and take a slightly more heartful approach to this last battle, I think that would be better for the future. Have less wars and stuff.
Attacking the capital means crossing swords with the Emperor herself.
I hear she's into axes, but so am I, though, so.
I hope you won't be caught unprepared. I've heard that she'll stop at nothing in the pursuit of victory.
And you didn't even see— she threw her shield away to fight me one time. What kind of heavy armored person drops their shield to attack? Only someone with an intense dedication to victory, that's who.
Be careful of that Hubert, too. The minister of the household. They say he's a cunning strategist.
But thankfully his hair covers half his eyesight, so he won't be able to see us if we approach from one side.
I've got a bit of Dusker blood in me. Vargas is our ancestral enemy. But if that man is going to be the king, I don't see any harm in lending him my blade.
Well, I'm glad you have that viewpoint, because I am also under the impression that he will make things better in that regard. I just noticed that there are only 2 holes in the side of your hat. Is that how— I guess that, like, the sword fighting hat, it's supposed to be kind of like a rice gathering hat, right? Do they normally have those, like, air vents in them? I wonder what that's for, just so that it doesn't, like, catch and get taken away by the wind or whatever, I guess.
I believe that we can forge a proud new kingdom.
I don't see how it helps you in battle, exactly.
As you can tell, I'm expecting great things. I won't forgive you if you lose.
Well, neither will all of my bones, so that's alright. You can get in line.
How about this?
Hi. You won't lose, right? Ah! I mean, don't hold your breath. I've made some dumb mistakes before, little kid. Look at me like that for. I'll try, alright? God! Get off my back! Last month before we head out of the monastery and everyone decides that today's the day they're gonna just harass poor old Byleth, I'm trying my best, alright?
I used to work for Cornelia in Ferdiad. I only followed her because I didn't want to die. But afterwards I felt so ashamed I wanted to die anyway.
Goddamn, calm down, man. She was a prominent part of that game, that area's political landscape for a long time. It weren't just you who was working for her.
I still can't figure out why I did it.
Because you didn't want to die.
Anyway, I'm glad you did what you did. From now on, I'm going to devote myself to the kingdom and fight for what I believe in. Not to
worry. Your services as a warlock will be most useful. They have a lot of armor knights over there. Have you noticed? Turned away and ignored me the second I stopped talking to them. Typical.
He intends to speak to the Emperor? She's his stepsister, I know, but this seems risky.
I mean, what's she gonna do? Bring an assassin? We have to do. We'll just counter-assassin any assassin. You're against it?
No, I'm not. I'm sure he's thought it through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with Dimitri, we shouldn't always be sure about that, but on this one thing, I'm pretty sure.
If the two can settle this diplomatically, that would be the best way out of this mess. No more bloodshed.
It would be about time.
Let's just hope he doesn't become so overwhelmed with emotion that he's unable to strike her down, should the need arise.
Well, given the relative crits involved, it's probably going to be Mercy or myself anyway, but yes, let's hope. Glad to see you've got a bit of your faith in him back. Sylvain, how is my main man?
I've been thinking
Added
about
a syllable.
how we've got our own
Super
ideas
cool.
about justice. And so does the Empire. And what's coming? It's not just a battle between us and them. It's our ideals that are fighting.
That's an interesting way of thinking about it.
We're right, and the other side was wrong. And I get it. That's how it goes. But nobody's willing to talk or compromise. So we'll fight to the death to prove the other guy's wrong.
Well, we are willing to talk, but it's probably not going to end in compromise, you're right.
It won't be an easy battle, but let's make sure we come back alive. Right, Professor?
Again, do our damnedest. But you're absolutely right. It's a little ridiculous that we have two different ideals, and the only thing that decides which one is right is who doesn't get killed. If I beat you up, then my way is right. Yeah, war's stupid. We go back to preschool rules the second war breaks out, honestly. If I beat you up, 2 + 2 is 5. Great, congrats. You just made a mockery of all the years of human evolution and research, and of basic-ass morality and ethics.
Okay. I'm thinking...
You're thinking?
It's very likely that Lady Rhea is confined in the Imperial Palace.
Yeah, there's not much left, very few places left to hide her, although... As Vestra has some dark goings on, and I guess there are a lot of places to hide, really, in the Empire. I was wrong, I guess. We didn't really have conducted a thorough search yet.
If so, then our strategy will be to gain control of the streets, and then assault the castle. A street battle followed by a castle invasion. Just one battle after another. It'll be tough, but we have to win. For Lady Rhea.
I have complete confidence in your ability to probably not die there. Ultimate Sword Tournament again. Wasn't that what happened last time? You know who we're sending for that. Bonk, 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 bonk. Very good. And another Master Seal. Not that we need any of those. Is it the same best that Fodlan has to offer already to show off their skills? This is just the same as last time. Interesting. I thought that after Ultimate Sword you would have the Ultimate Magic one, but I guess they didn't think that far ahead. Anyways, nicely done to do. I'm sorry. How do I slide off of this? And then there's more wall over here. The magical architecture in this one bit of scaffolding is incredible. Wait, what even is the point of this bit of scaffolding here? If this were any other game, it would feel like there's a treasure chest up there, but there's no parkour in this game, so that's not happening. Imagine if you could parkour around the monastery. That would be dope. Like Assassin's Creed it, and just see all these like little ledges and just like whoop up there and vault onto and there would be like little hidden things around. That'd be kind of cool. It wouldn't be really in keeping with it would be kind of out of place in a Fire Emblem game, but it would be really cool.
Really?
I think it would. Racing towards this last battle, has anyone got any troubles they'd like to tell to old Profess? That is not a good shortening. Hey there.
Sorry, but I'm not the fighting type. All I can do is lend you the stuff you need.
That's okay. I would be pretty upset if everyone in our kingdom was the fighting type.
And, you know, pray to the goddess for your safety.
Sure, but the stuff, I like the material things, please. Your thoughts and prayers, whatever. Give me a sword.
Win, live, and return, okay? Mostly so you can pay me back for the stuff you borrowed.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were lending me something? Then why did I just spend like 6,000 gold? Sure, I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back in thoughts and prayers. How's that? Is that currency good around here? Man, I'm getting really saucy with people around the monastery today. I'm not sure why. It's because they're all getting saucy with me, that's why. Hi.
Animals have never been fond of me. Even war horses and wyverns are put off by my countenance. What can I do?
If it gives you more confidence, hide behind a helmet. Try smiling for a change. Just keep at it, there's nothing else to do. Try smiling for a change sounds like I'm like sassing him for not smiling normally, but I think that she'd like to try smiling for a change. Yeah! I guess it was just keep at it. We want to put his beautiful, rugged face behind a helmet. Choir festival. Why don't we do Manuela? I don't know if we've ever seen Manuela or Sedith doing this, have we? Maybe we have. Let's do these two, even though none of them need faith.
This is no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Lo. Get it? Lo.
Did I do it right?
May my song reach the goddess in the sky.
Probably not, she did, but worth a try. Blessings of the goddess upon you. Thank you. And you know what? Thank you everyone else who I was already sassy to before. Let me send a thank you, like telepath blast to the rest of the monastery. TX! It's easier if you do it in short letters.
It matters not how just our cause may be. In the end, war is nothing more than organized murder. I understand the desire to reach a conclusion, but we mustn't overlook the sins inherent in our deeds.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be praying this one off for a long time. I'm well aware, I understand, of course. I'm well aware.
Sorry. I have a tendency to preach.
No, it is good to check me, because I've been throwing out a lot of crits lately. Who knows what might go to my head.
We have lost so much, and in return, we have taken much from our enemies. I pray we can put an end to this cycle of violence.
Well, so say if everyone who's on the winning side of a war, but yes, I hope.
I believe in you, but please ensure that His Highness survives as well.
I will do what I can.
Fodlan's future would be in peril if we lost him. I would not be able to go on.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. I know you two are pretty close. Does this mean you're going to ask him to be best man at our wedding? Nah, sorry, we'll think about that later.
I understand.
Good.
Good. How are we doing renown-wise? We probably got a few from some of our battles we did before. We might have enough for 3,000! It's time for more XP, I guess. Right? That makes sense? More XP! Should we do keyhole or Indec? Which one looks cooler? Indec's got a bow. It looks real cool. It doesn't really matter. Sorry, Sedith. I guess that was kind of... that wasn't a really nice thing to say, but... Sorry, Sedith. Hey, Jimmy?
Our next battlefield will be the Imperial capital. There will be no turning back.
Well, it hasn't been turning back for a while now.
If you have any unfinished business here, you had best settle it before we depart.
Good shout. Will do.
There's not enough time.
I apologize, but you'll have to make do with the time you have. We cannot afford a delay.
I know, but there were still many meals I wish to eat.
Not to worry, I will have it all taken care of to the best of my ability before we leave. Got a whole month. Can eat all kinds of food before then. Conquer Enbar. While the Imperial's army is still off balance, descend on Enbar and defeat Emperor Edelgard in the Imperial Palace. How many birthdays we got this time? Duke's birthdays? Oh, it's coming after the... I guess will we still get a chance to celebrate it in between this and the last mission? I hope so. And Manuela's birthday. Nice. Anyone hanging around in the dorms who is not a blue lion so that I won't see them on the overall map? Doesn't appear so. To the library. No incidentals around here, too. Only blue lions and co. And there's that monk who always spawns out of the wall. Oh, but there are two people speaking over here this time. That's weird. Take care of Lady Rhea. At last, we're approaching the end. Hey, Manuela. At the end of the Cardinals table, you got some kind of strategy plan you want to talk?
Life can be tough, you know. But if you've got your friends to help you through, it can be a lot easier.
I've picked this up. If I were to do this solo, it would be much more difficult.
Maybe you butt heads sometimes, but that's okay. That's how you build bonds, right?
Is this your way to tell me you're going to try and patch things up with Hanneman after this? We did get to leave him alive after all.
And I've got friends, Professor. Plenty of those. It's true love that seems to have passed me by.
Well, we may be able to do something about that before the war is over. I'll see what I can do, Manuela. I'll try and coordinate it. You should relax. There's still hope. Time to give up. Time to give up is no. There's still hope. I mean, I guess I could say that, but I also don't want to say that that's like the only thing you should strive for. And you should relax is a bit condescending. But she's telling me specifically that she wants that, so there's still hope.
But where is my true love to be found? Where is my ray of hope?
I mean, could be in this army. Who knows?
Stay single too. Then at least we can share each other's misery.
Sorry, I would love nothing more than that, but married already. Too late, sorry. But there may be another green-haired woman or man around who could fill that role. Maybe they've got a cool little beard. Who knows? It doesn't have to be someone with a beard. I'm just saying, don't overlook anyone. That just described Sedith's beard as cool and little. That's not a very good... Didn't really sell that one super strongly. Sorry, Flane. I tried to make Manuela your new mother, but I don't know how well it's going to work out.
I was born in Enbar. My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world. I do not understand how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable.
Well, I'll see about giving you a swing around to that church while we're there, so you can relive some old memories if you think it would help you get over it and stuff. But, yeah, it's gonna suck. Speaking of, we should also try and bring Manuela around the Opera House if we can manage it. Assuming that the place we're raiding is also where it is. Hey, Sedith.
Rhea will be somewhere in the city. I wonder if she can sense us coming.
It seems improbable. I don't think she's got any information down in the dungeons where she is. I'm assuming she's down somewhere in a dungeon.
The battle will soon be upon us. Let us both be at our best for what is to come.
I will do what I can, and in order to help me get to my best, won't you teach me some axe? I'm probably not gonna hit S before the game is over, but that's no reason not to try now, isn't it? Not. Isn't it not? Whatever. Well, I'd like to continue our discussion from earlier, but I'll continue it on this side of the table, okay? What was that, Professor? I said I'll continue forget it. Thus ends our final monastery day of the playthrough. Oh, gracious, how the time doth race to a conclusion. So next time on Three Houses here, we'll be heading out to do our mini-sode, which may be equally short as last time. There's still no paralogs. I guess it would be weird if they had a paralog in the last one. But these will be the strongest of the training missions we'll have ever had to face. Although, does it tell us... Well, no, we can't look from here does not say what our suggested level should be for capturing Enbar. What is our level? What are our levels all about? 43, 43, 41, 43, 42. So 41 to 43, basically, everyone. So a little slower has been our growth, but we should be all in the range of like 42 to 44 by the time we get to Enbar, I hope. And since the last story mission's recommended level was 39, right? So it's probably going to go up by 1 or 2 to 40, sure, 41, say it goes up by 2. And then perhaps for the last mission, it'll go up to like 44 or something like that. So we can't slack off on training now. We really gotta pick ourselves up if we want to be at the right point by that point. Felix is almost to A in reason. That's kind of cool. Ooh, sorry. Let me, just before I forget, got a few more abilities to assign. I don't think I got anything new, but Annette didn't get, no, she did get Axe Fair, because she just hit Axe S+. Let's do this now. HP plus 5, Axe Fair. And for Manuela, Coast Counter, Bow Crit. I think those were the main two. Gilbert's got a lot of skills too, because he's got all those lance and axe stuff, in addition to the sword I gave him. Oh, I could give you Bow Crit as well. Is that new that you just got to S? Somewhat new. It's probably a good idea, isn't it? And if we're going to be having you do lots of 100 versus volleys, then probably your accuracy is going to be less an issue. Or maybe even the weight at this point. because your strength is pretty damn high. I'll ditch the hit, plus 20 for now. Hello, bow crit. And we're probably not even going to get your sword up to to S for the sword crit, but it would be cool. Very well then. The next video going up on the channel, however, is going to be... yes, that playthrough of Super Mario 64 that Phantom Bane and I have going on together. We are going to do our damnedest to attempt to get the last few levels out of the way. We're heading into the top floor, so there's some of my favorite levels are up there, which is very exciting. So that's the next thing heading up. But for now, that is all we're doing in Three House of Boy here. So, Three House of Boy, yes, the name of the game. With that, I thank you very much for coming around. Hopefully, I will see you around. Admiral's gonna be out here now. Peace! Yeah, there we go, Leanne. That's a girl. You see, you said that the male Heron we met was the only one surviving member of the race. I believed it to be true. To find another survivor, it's a miracle. Hi! Does that mean go away? Hey, wait, please. I must...